For better or worse, ISO-8, it is not just a rumor anymore, guys. It is showing up in the latest Datamines, and in this video, we're going to take a look at that, plus the rest of the Datamine, and we're going to take a look back at the roadmap from FoxNext, aka Scopely, of the roadmap for 2020. See what they've done, see what they haven't done, and give my feedback on that, plus a little bonus Easter egg for you guys from the news video yesterday. And if you guys are ready for all of that, put your finger over that like button and you know what to do with it. Yeah, let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? Welcome to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin and I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're doing well. In this video, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna go back and look at the roadmap for 2020 from the official Marvel Strike Force blog post, and we're gonna go back and see what FoxNext, aka Scopely, has done, what they haven't done according to what they wanted to do in this roadmap section. Then we're gonna go take a look at the Datamines and some new things in there for better or worse. I'll give you my thoughts on all that. And then if you watched the news video yesterday, I got a little Easter egg for you based on some of the comments. So first thing, let's go to Reddit. And this post was, or this video was inspired by this post from VALLEYGIFT. Now I did go back to this roadmap, I think it was about a month or two ago on a live stream, I think, and went back and gave my thoughts on some of the things that they have done, some of the things that they have not done yet. But with ISO-8 again showing up in the Datamines, yeah, I think it's time to go back to look at that blog post. So let's go take a look at it, guys. Boom. All right, so here it is. This was published on February 1st, 2020, and this, if you don't remember, it was only a couple months ago, or maybe you haven't been playing at that time, but there was a fixed MSF movement going on around then, and a lot of the community on Reddit, a lot of community was just upset about some of the changes that have not been made, some of the things that haven't been added to the game. And this was their response. And this is what they said. In light of the recent elevated community concerns, we'd like to share with you what we're working on instead of waiting for the next week, has been indicated by a few days ago. All right, so a lot of commitments here. Farmable character cadence. Now, one of the big things surrounding the character cadence was this not being available in campaign node stores or orbs. Now, this was not in a good situation in December and January, so this was kind of promising moving forward, and I think they've done a good job of sticking to this commitment. Their commitment was releasing 2 characters each month. Subsequently, I think is the following week or the week after, they said that is like the worst case scenario, and they have done that. They have been at least 2 characters made farmable every single month. Some months, like February, like March, I think we've got a few more than 2, but they've done a pretty good job. So thumbs up on this one. New campaigns, orange gear availability. Jeez, I can't talk this morning. All right, but they've done a pretty good job with this as well. They said they're going to release Heroes campaign, Villains campaigns, and the Nexus campaigns. We've gotten all of them. We've gotten at least 2 new farmable characters in all of these campaigns as well, in addition to all these character release in these nodes here. So pretty good job with both of these so far. All right, changes to the Red Star system. Now, this is a big area of pain for a lot of players, including myself, and they did make some changes to the system. It is better, but it is still not ideal in my opinion. Still a lot of RNG involved in this thing, but they did make the store a little better. They changed some prices of it. They gave us more silver and gold promotion credits through events. The Wakandan event that happens every month or so, through the daily login rewards. They've given us more Red Star orbs through our challenges. They've given us some Elite 4 credits to our challenges. So they've given us more resources for this Red Star system, but in my opinion, I think they can go further. But as far as what they said they were going to do, as far as their promises, as far as the roadmap for 2020, I think they did deliver on what they said they're going to do. But personally, I would like to see them go a little further. We have more information on the whole economy system right here on this April 7th update. And I think the most promising thing from this blog post right here from the April 17th is that they said they're going to continue to monitor the whole Red Star system and continue to make any more changes if necessary. Now, this came out about a month and a half ago or so, so I'm not sure if they're going to make any changes right now, but I think they're going to continue to monitor and see kind of the overall temperature of the community to see if any more changes needs to be made. I think they do, but let's see what happens, guys. Red Stars is not my favorite area of the game. Are reducing low quality time. Now, for me, that was a major area of pain, especially back in January, February. A lot of time, a lot of grindiness in the game. Has that been reduced? You can make the argument that somewhat has been reduced. They made some changes to the blitz mode, namely making us being able to scroll through our save squads with just the click of a button. They've also given us more save squads. So in general, they made some improvements. I don't know if it's enough to say that this bullet point has been fully realized, because one thing that I don't know if Fox knew about at the time that has still not been addressed was the denouncement, or just the acknowledgement that blitz bots is a thing. It is cheating, and they're going to do what they can to solve this. They have not said that officially. I think a lot of the community, especially myself, I'm waiting for them to say blitz bots is cheating. Still have not done that yet. So if there's one bullet point that I don't think they've really addressed, is this one right here. Now, I've kind of given it a pass on a lot of the stuff that they haven't really done to reduce the low quality time, because pretty soon after this hit, we've been quarantined, and I know a lot of the Fox Next employees have been, Scopely now, a lot of the employees have been working at home, so some of the things got pushed back. I think this is one that did get pushed back, but what I would like to see right now, even if these changes are going to be in months, I would like them to make some kind of statement about blitz bots. That's the one area that I want them to do, and that's not like a big thing that requires a lot of code changes, a lot of work. Just crafting a statement, issuing out to the community that cheating is against the terms of service and blitz bots is considered cheating. So do that, and I would be happy, at least for now. Hopefully in the next coming weeks and next coming months, we'll see more changes to blitz. ISO-8, this is something that is back right now. Let me read this whole thing, because it's going to kind of give some indication of what we can expect when ISO-8 is added to the game. Now, they never said it was taken away. They did say that they're going to push it back till Red Stars got reworked, and they did kind of rework the Red Star system. You know, I know not everybody's happy with the Red Star system, but it was reworked. I'm not sure if in Fox Next minds that was taken care of, and that's why they're starting to work on ISO-8 now. But yeah, let's read this. On the future front, there are several things that the team is working on to release in the first half of 2020. We discussed the ISO-8 system with you last year, and in October, we ran a community playtest that generated a lot of constructive feedback that we took to heart. So the community, I mean, I can't share too much because I was on that server, but it was generally negative. The reaction to the ISO-8 system was generally negative. So much, in fact, that the team decided to overhaul the system significantly, changing the mode from one that dropped ISO-8 randomly to a determined fusion progression system that emphasizes theory crafting. So RNG is not good, and I think that's where a lot of the pushback is with Red Stars. So if they took that out of the system, it's going to be a little less painful. Now, there's still a lot of time that goes into managing it, and I think that's what a lot of the fear of the community is. I know that's my fear specifically, but let's keep reading this. We heard the community's feedback against the random nature of this old mode, and we changed it. So I'm curious to see what the changes are going to be when this mode is actually released. When the feature launches, you're able to farm your ISO-8 in a new campaign with new energy, allowing you not only to get additional ISO-8, but also more gear and more gold. That is never a bad thing. As you equip higher tier ISOs, you'll be able to unlock new abilities for your characters, specifically of your choosing. So that is a good thing. Specifically for our choosing, taking the RNG out of the farming process. Two things I like to hear personally. Again, the ability to theory craft and give players more agency over the choices made in this mode were two overarching goals for our team during this rework, and they were a direct result of community feedback. ISO-8 is still a few months away, and again, this is from February, so I don't know how close it is at this point, but we'll share more news as it gets closer, and they haven't shared anything official, but yes, there's been rumors floating around, and now we have the Datamines, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit once we get to that. Let's finish this blog post though. Just a little more to go. Raid difficulty selector, that was implemented. They're still making changes to that. There's still some bugs with that, which I am going to talk about, but I am glad that it was implemented and changed. Ultimate 7 raid difficulty, there was some weirdness with the raid difficulty. And I think the Start Tech bug is still back, guys. They said the community was instrumental in identifying the Start Tech bug in the past, which has since been fixed. I think it is back. I haven't heard confirmation, but for me, I know whenever I do my raids, I don't do any blitz matches before I do a fresh client restart. Context list, this didn't make too much sense at the time, but in conjunction with this real-time PvP mode, which also has been added, by the way, and we got some more news about that in the Datamines as well, then they lived up to this as well, wrapping it up. You can see a lot of stuff coming in a short amount of time. Personally, I like this, and I think they fulfilled a lot of their commitments. If we didn't have the quarantine, my suspicion is that we would have seen these changes to Blitz mode as well, but they haven't said anything specifically about that. So that is what they did, and I think they've done a pretty good job of it. So let's go and let's take a look at the Datamine right now, guys. All right, so here we are looking at the Datamine, and personally, I thought it was a little weird that once the update dropped, we didn't see this. Normally, the Dataminers are hard at work right after the update drops, but here they are now. This dropped yesterday. A couple new things here, a couple things that you might have already seen in game. First thing I want to talk about is this: Titan Eternal unlock Thanos for the next 14 days, earning points towards a milestone by spending campaign energy. Hit milestone each day to earn Thanos character shard rewards, and once you reach 100 character shards, you'll unlock the Eternal Thanos. This is really good for mid-game players, newer players that don't have access to that node yet, that you could farm Thanos shards. So this is really good for newer players. I like that. Getting more people Thanos. If you played way back in the day, very generous with handing out these Thanos shards, and not as much nowadays. So I'm glad they're giving newer and mid-game players an opportunity to get more Thanos shards. Now we got some Datamines about the draft, and I'm not sure if this is in game yet because I haven't played the new game mode, but we get word of a limited draft right here, and basically I'm reading this. It sounds a lot like the classic draft that we have in the game right now. So I'm not sure if this is some kind of typos, or if they had something different planned. But yeah, we also have word of that classic draft right here. So it may be a totally different game mode, but the wording on it seems like it's very similar, if not exactly the same thing as the classic draft. Balanced draft, this is the new game mode, and if you watch the news video, you know that above gear 9, all your characters are going to have their stats modified to this: level 75, gear tier 13, 7 yellow stars, 0 red, abilities maxed out 7775. Any character under tier 9 will not be playable. So this is good for people that want to play their friends or anybody else that hasn't been playing as long as them, or hasn't been spending as much money to get the kind of roster that they have. So this is good if you just want to play with your friends, because yeah, it's all things being equal. So nice stuff there. Classic draft, that is in a game now, and if you are into PvP, you probably are pretty familiar with the rules. All together now, this is kind of a new thing. Log in 7 or 10 consecutive days to earn character shards with a limited time Unity trait, and that is a trait in the game now. If you scroll through your roster, you can filter your roster with that Unity trait. Father's Day poll winner. This was a poll done on Facebook a little while ago, and it looks like Mr. Fantastic won it. So we're going to be getting an Elastic Blitz featuring Mr. Fantastic soon. Domino coming into battle. This is something that was in the game. Negason, actually, let me point this out because this date is incorrect. Some people got this in-game mail with this date, the June 23rd date. But if you go in-game right now, it looks like it's starting tomorrow on June 12th, not the 23rd. So, yeah, if you got this one, it's not correct, at least based on what I'm seeing in the game right now. Negasonic Teenage Warhead tells about her abilities, but she is in the game. You can see her files. You know exactly what her kit is. Raid season updates. This is something that came out yesterday. We got in-game mail for this, but it doesn't look like it's totally working correct. What they wanted to do is get the ranking for the rewards, so that if you're completing 60% of the next difficulty, you should be getting a little more rewards than the 100% of the previous raid. But let's go check out Reddit again. And this is a post here from D-Ball, and he did some of the math on this, and it doesn't look like it's working exactly as corrected. The raid season points did get updated, but it doesn't look like getting 60% of the harder difficulty is getting you more rewards. If we look at the raid credits, you're getting less credits at the harder difficulties. At 60%, you're getting less purple gear, you're getting less T4s, you're just getting less of everything as we go up. Now, as you get to 2 difficulties above, some of the materials that you're getting is a little bit more. But yeah, I think Foxnex has made errors. I think this is something they're gonna fix. This has been brought up to the devs, by the way, so I'm expecting to see a fix for this sometime. But yes, it's not working correctly if you and your alliance are wondering why you're not getting more rewards. And as we're back here, continuing to scroll down, a lot of the stuff is kind of repetitive. More about that Thanos milestone event. Looks like there's at least a data mine of a Thanos raid. Now, if you were playing back in the day, the way that Thanos was released, he had an event and he had a raid. So I'm not sure if they're bringing back his raid, at least on a temporary basis, so that some players that don't have Thanos unlocked can start to get more shards of Thanos. So if this is what they're doing, then cool. More rewards for people that have Thanos, and Thanos shards for people that do have Thanos. Negasonic, it looks like this is a thing that they do with all characters. Red Star Orbs, 15%. It's going to be stopping at some time. It's not even in game yet, but they're just kind of preparing themselves with this mail. And then this is the interesting thing right here. Couple different things, and this is about the Ultimus store and the ISO-8 campaign. So if we take a look right here, guys, at this first data mine, this is from the game files. It says ISO-8 campaign mission details, and it has some information about ISO-8. They're talking about Luke Cage down here, so I think he is one of the characters that you're gonna have to face in the campaign. Not much other information that I can decipher. I'm not if you guys are data mines and know this code more than I do, maybe you could decipher more than I'm talking about here, but this is what is there. And then we have another line of code right here, and this I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is about the ISO-8, their actual effects. But we have Proc's offense up, Proc's defense up, speed up, taunt. This doesn't make too much sense to me, but if you guys are coders, maybe this makes a little more sense with you. And one good thing, the quick alliance access. This hasn't been talked about too much, but this is something really good in my opinion. I'm going to show you that, but let me talk about this before we go into the game and show you that. Ultra, so we saw some screenshots of an Ultimus store, and what it looks like is that when you receive shards of a character who's at 7 stars, they convert to Ultra credits, and you could use Ultra credits to buy the old Ultimus orb, which is in the game now, or you can use it on other things that are available in the store. No indication what is going to be available in that store right now, so we'll have to wait and see that is till it's not a bug and is actually officially released in the game. And just more information about ISO-8 right here. Let's go into the game though, and I'll show you that new feature about quick alliance access, how to use that. So one of my favorite features in this update is this quick alliance access, and to get that, all you do is go here, boom, you go to your members or donations, and saving you some of that load time of that helicarrier. A lot of you guys have already enabled this, but I'm still seeing some questions. So the way you enable this, guys, you go here to your options, go to your advanced options, scroll all the way to the bottom, and as you can see right there, check that quick alliance access button, and that is how you can do that. Saves you a little time, so I think this was a nice touch for this update. All right, so there was the latest as far as data mines, and there was the look back at that roadmap. How well do you think Scopely, aka Foxnex, has done with following the roadmap and delivering on some of the things that they wanted to do for 2020, at least so far? Let me know what you think in the comments. And big one, guys, let me know what you think of ISO-8 and the rest of the data mines. Is it something you're looking forward to, or is it something that you're fearful of? I know you guys are gonna ask me. Right now, I am very cautiously optimistic. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, depending how it's implemented. So right now, I'm kind of in a wait and see mode. So yes, I want more information before I say it's a good thing or a bad thing. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Where are you right now? And that is it for the video. Now, Easter egg time. I saw the comments of the weekly news video that, hey, that joke Casino made went right over your head. It didn't. That was actually our second recording. The first recording was because I did not know there was an in-game message about what he was talking about. So a little embarrassing. So I said, let's record this whole thing again. So I did get the joke. I'm going to show you the original footage though of the first time I recorded it. So yes, yeah, that is it, guys. Before you guys go, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, join the notification squad, check out some of the links down below. And before you watch the Easter egg, give me a Hulk fist bump. Here it is.
I think it's wonderful that Scopely has decided to donate $1 for every bug in Marvel Strike Force to support these great foundations.
Oh my goodness. Super generous. Super generous on that, man.
Yes.
A lot of funds for the movement.
They're donating $1 million.
Millions, multi-millions of donations.
No, they're actually donating $1 million.
Oh, they are. Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, that was the joke. They sent out a mail saying they're getting $1 million.
Now I get it. I gotta get up on my social media. Okay, jeez.
No, this was an in-game email.
Jeez.
Yeah, sorry. No, they sent an in-game mail.
I'm gonna edit that out. Let's start the joke. Start the joke over.